cause of formation of hydrogen bond. What happens here is, as you know that before this I had used an example wherein I had stated a molecule that is X, H. What is X over here? It's an electronegative atom, and as you can see that your hydrogen is linked to your electronegative atom. So when you have lot many molecules of XH, what happens here is, if you focus on this molecule, the first molecule, as you know that your electronegative value for your H is 2.1, your X is highly electronegative, is going to be higher electronegative value. So this covalent bonded, okay, the electrons which are bonded, what will happen? They will be pulled towards your electronegative atom, correct? And now what will happen? The electron density will be more towards your electronegative atom. So this actually develops partial negative charge. Okay, this develops partial negative charge. And what will happen if electrons are pulled towards your X? So what will happen to H? There will be less electron density across it. It will become more electropositive in nature. So this will actually develop fractional positive charge. Okay. Similarly, here also you can see XH, XH. So I can write here also partial negative charge, partial positive charge, partial negative charge, partial positive charge. Okay. Because you know that the bond is here polar. Anyway, your electronegative atom is going to pull those electrons towards themselves. So these bonds are going to be polar. Pulling of electrons by electronegative atoms. So this is actually resulting in the formation of polar molecules. And what will happen here, when two polar molecules comes together, what will happen? Their opposite ends. Okay, their opposite ends will feel attraction. So as you can see that this end is partial positive. H has partial positive charge on it. Your X minus, it will have partial negative charge. These are the opposite charges. So what will happen? They will attract. They will attract. So can you see this force of attraction? I have been showing it with the help of dotted lines, or I should say broken lines. Okay, so this bond, this force of attraction over here is quite strong, and we call this as hydrogen bonding. So you always have to remember, for hydrogen bonding, you have to make sure that your H, hydrogen, is covalently linked to an electronegative atom. Okay, then only it will have partial positive charge, and then only it can face force of attraction from another electronegative atom. Okay, similarly, can you see this? Partial positive and partial negative end. Again, there will be a formation of hydrogen bond. Okay, so this is how the hydrogen bond occurs. Okay, now let's come to the first one. Why your water is liquid and why your methane is gas. So let me draw those structures again. First one, methane, it was methane. So C, and you have four covalent bonds, that is CH, 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 CH. And you have what? Water molecule. So you have H, you have H. It has two lone pair. Okay, oxygen has two lone pair. So there is an actually high electron density on your oxygen. So when you talk about this bond, this covalent bond, C and H, what is the electronegativity of carbon? What is the electronegativity of H? You must remember it. Okay, this is very basic. So you must always remember electronegativity of few common atoms. For this it is 2.1. For carbon it is 2.5. Okay, so the bond, this CH bond, will not be polar, will not be two polar. It is going to be polar. There will be a slight shift of electron towards your carbon, but it will not lead to polarity. So you will always see that your alkanes, okay, so they do not have this partial positive charge and partial negative charge on them. But here, if you see, your hydrogen atom is actually attached to a highly electronegative atom, that is oxygen. Okay, so here everyone knows it's electronegativity value 3.5, this is 2.1. Okay, so there is a quite great difference in the electronegativity values. What happens is there is a shift of electrons. What will happen? These bonded electrons will be pulled towards your oxygen. There will be a development of partial negative charge on your oxygen and partial positive charges on your hydrogen. So let's say, so there is no what you say, there is no polarity over here. So the methane molecule will not have interactions. Okay, they will not show any interactions with another methane molecules. As you can see that there is no interaction, there is no sort of, there is no electronegative atom in here. So you cannot show dotted structure, dotted bonds. Okay, you cannot show hydrogen bond in this case. Okay, when you talk about water, if I draw another molecule of water here, something like this. So can you see this? Once your molecules come together, they will have opposite ends, right? Now what will happen? The one which is having opposite charges, they will face force of attraction. So can you see this electronegative atom of another water molecule is actually attracting, or I should say it is binding hydrogen of another water molecule. Okay, similarly you can see there is also hydrogen, there is also water molecule. So again what will happen? You will have oxygen, you will have H. Okay, there is a positive charge here. Sorry, there is a partial negative charge over here, partial positive charges on this. So once you see that they are close enough, so what will happen? Your hydrogen here, can you see this hydrogen is covalently bonded to an electronegative atom, but it faces force of attraction. It is facing force of attraction with another electronegative atom which is present in another molecule, that is this oxygen. Okay, so I'm showing it again with the help of dotted lines. So how many hydrogen bonds can be formed by your water molecule? Okay, that's your homework. You will have to let me know. Your water molecule, single water molecule can form how many hydrogen bonds? Why? As you can see that there are a lot of bonding within the molecules, between the molecules of water. Okay, so this actually holding your water molecules together, and you see that your water exists as liquid. Water have lot of force of attraction in between its molecule, whereas methane, it will not be having any force of attraction with its adjacent molecules. So there will be hydrophobic interactions definitely if they are close enough, but as you can see that they exist as gas, so it's very much sure that they do not have hydrogen bonding. Okay, so that's why your methane is gas at room temperature, and at room temperature you can see your water molecule shows hydrogen bonding, and that's why they exist as liquid.